why do we have to do this alone? Why do I have to do this alone? Why do you have to do this alone? You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to do, it's always this feeling, man. And, this is just my little heart to heart, man. ShaLaWam to the Khans. I'm just having a heart to heart moment, Drop Nation. Sometimes you feel like you do it. Sometimes I feel like, I'm in it alone sometimes. I know I got real Nagas. I know I got Nagas out there that I never met before. You know what I'm saying? I got Nagas that, we came up with, tribing up with. Some are still here, man. Some, got on some other flow, you know what I'm saying? But, we've been doing this a minute, man, like over 10 years. And I know YouTube be jamming up our algorithm, you know what I'm saying? We got, like 44K on this channel right now. 44K in 10 years, with all this drop we dropping, and you just know something ain't right. You know YouTube is hiding our analytics, hiding our algorithm. They try to make it hard for us to even get 100 views on something. You don't have 44,000 subscribers, you know what I'm saying, and have a hard time getting 100 views on stuff that we are interested in, right? That means they're hiding it from you. A lot of my Nagas out there say that they got to keep resubscribing because, they get unsubscribed. Other people say that they be hiding the videos. It's hard to find them. Like, we know all this is happening, and I ain't even tripping on the views because it's all about the message, and our intention was never about the view, you know what I'm saying? I want to do this full time. I want to be here with you, you know what I'm saying, always on the radio, coming out live, 432 The Drop Radio. That's my vision, you know what I'm saying, is to give it all my time, all my energy. And sometimes, it feels like it feels like you're doing it alone, you know what I mean, when it's like, it's so hard for you just to get to that point of support, right, that you got that vision popping off. After 10 years, you know what I'm saying, I always think about like the Chinese, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw the Chinese. I'm gonna big up the Chinese, the so-called Chinese, and how much support they give each other in their communities, man. If I was Chinese, waking up the Chinese people, letting them know that they're the descendants of King David and and the direct bloodline of the correct, man, I might get ran out of China. I might have to move somewhere else. But the support would be overwhelming, man. You know what I'm saying? If I was Caucasian, you see how these Caucasians rock? They could a police can shoot somebody in our street and then so-called get put on suspension, and then they have a whole white fund to support this cop. Now the cop's a millionaire for shooting a nigga on the street. Overwhelming support. But in our community, it's like a curse. It's like we want to dress each other down, size each other up, kind of give support and back out of it, you know what I'm saying? See where you gonna take it, you know what I mean? It's like, because we're so divided into these doctrines. Oh, well, he talking about King David and him. He ain't talking about Jesus, so we can't put the church, we can't support it as a church or as a group. He ain't talking about Muhammad and them. He ain't talking about the Muslim Islam. Matter of fact, he talking about David, and David was at war against the Moabite. So we can't get the Moabite support. So all we got is each other, and that's when it feels like we all we got, and like we in it alone. You know what I mean? And I know I ain't alone, right? I know I got Naga. I got a Naga listening to this right now. Like, Drop, I'm one of your day one Nagas. Whatever you need, I got you. I know I got those Nagas. You know what I'm saying? But the overwhelming support, you know what I mean, just makes you feel like, man, all I could depend on is HaWah, right? All I could depend on is the Creator to accomplish this vision and this dream of just being able to do this full time. I got 6 children, right? 6 droplets. I gotta support them, feed them. You know what I'm saying? If I show you my YouTube analytics, I might have made $300 off the drop clips for a 28-day period. So this ain't no money grab. This channel was never about money. I didn't monetize. Talk to my Nagas. I didn't monetize this channel until like a year ago or something like that. I was like 9 years without no monetizations unless YouTube themselves put them in because they hijacking the videos. You know what I'm saying? So we went all this time, just dropping it because it's all about the AHOB. It's all about the message. At the same time, right, we got stuff to build. We got Nagaville to build. We got to continue building our fence, right? We got to, build, our tabernacle flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, build our inclusion, our place, right? We gotta, you know what I'm saying, support the tribes and make sure that we all got a place to be at, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joy World. We gotta support our families and keep the lights on at home, so, you know what I'm saying? Again, I got 6 droppers, all praise to WoW. I'm on the grindstone like y'all, right? I'm over there. Shout out to my Inglewood, you know what I'm saying? Nagas out here. We got a radio station out here, Stevie Wonder. He's like the last, I guess, private owner of a radio station, but it's KJLH Radio, man, and a station I grew up with. And about 6, 7 years, I'm over there doing promotions with him and production, different things like that. You know what I mean? So I got something steady flowing. You know what I'm saying? I got my steady flow, right? But I don't want to be over there doing nothing. I want to be right here at 432 to Drop Radio. You know what I mean? I'm asking you to help me get there. You know what I mean? If this is what you want. If it ain't what you want, turn the channel. Like, don't even hate on it, because this is our voice. This is our vibration. You know what I mean? I want to be permanently managing the radio station, permanently managing our website, permanently dropping that drop. If this is something you want more of, my nugget, then I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't feel like I'm in it alone, right? We shouldn't feel like we in this alone. You know what I mean? When we put up our Cash App, this ain't no money grab. We saying we don't make nothing off this channel. And if you want more drop, if you want me to be able to, like, say, yo, I ain't got to do nothing else. I got the full, we got our Frequency of Learning homeschool popping off. We got our new Coom app, our own personally designed, you know what I'm saying, AI flow, you know what I mean, that's, with all the drop inside of it, you know what I mean, like, that's what we building. That's expensive, man. Like, shout out to IT Nagas. He'll tell you this costs money every month to maintain the servers, to build our own app called the Scroll Keeper, Coom Scroll Gate, man. Coom means to rise. So we got our own AI app we launching. We got MHOE clothing. We got Mind Blasting book publishing dropping off. We got Nagaville films to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just, oh, we got to keep the lights on at home. We got a whole movement to support my Nagas. You know what I mean? So if you support that, please keep supporting that. Like, this shouldn't be, you know what I mean? We ain't pulling teeth, you know what I'm saying, to get support. If they saying we got 44,000 subscribers, you saying we can't get 1,000 Nagas dedicated to putting 5 on it, to putting $5 so that we can have $5,000 a month, so that we can do this. I mean, even with that, we can make something rock, right? So I'm saying, all praise to HaWah, because HaWah always provides for my family and keeps our lights on. But as 432 to Drop Radio, as a heart-to-heart between me and our supporters, and I know we got Nagas, giving AHOB all the time. And so I'm not talking to everybody. I'm just saying overwhelmingly, because even those Nagas wish there was more support so we can do more things together. At least read more books and drop more together, right? You know what I mean? So, this is not just one man's vision. I'm just sharing it with you. The priesthood, back in the Moses days, they still had to get the first fruits, right? They still got supported by the whole tribe. They didn't have to do it on their own. And we're the only nation cursed because we don't trust each other, cursed because we would rather, make sure Naga proves he's a perfect person before we give him any support or perfect this, instead of just saying, you know what? I want to help perfect that message. You know what I'm saying? I want to help perfect that vision. I see that there's promise. I see potential. If we ain't proved, or I ain't proved that there's potential in the vision, right? That it's a collective vision, right? It's not about one hero. Like, even in the movies, every hero needs help. Everybody needs help. But when we come ask for help, they say, oh, these money grabbing charlatans, they need help. Of course we need support. Fox News needs support. NBC needs support. Netflix needs support. But when 432 to Drop needs support, it's like, but you can support Netflix, and you can support whatever food chain or whatever you hungry. Is you hungry or not, is what I'm saying. Because if we hungry, let's step it up. Right now, I want to build out this website so that we can finally get it back up on our own servers. They got knocked down twice. We had to restart from nothing, build our vibe suites with 432 hertz music. We had to rebuild all this, right? We have live radio, a whole team, man. We want to support the Ether Squad, right? We got donations from our sponsors just for 432 The Dark Radio, and we split them evenly over a number of years to the entire Ether Squad. So if we had 12 members of educators that are dropping radio shows and reading books to y'all, and if we got $1,000, we split that evenly for years. So this was never a money grab. This was never about me coming up. I got my own gig. I got my own thing. I got to support my droppers. I'm on the grindstone just like y'all. I didn't start this for money, but I want to, see this vision happen. It's 2026. It's been 10 years. You know what I mean? I'm tired of looking around at these other jabronis and these other communities and these folks out there in the Middle East and these folks over there thinking they in Zion and seeing how much they support each other blindly because they all they got. But when are we gonna realize, man, this is all we got? I'm at my wit's end, right? I've put it all, without any expectation. This was never about that, right? We've been doing this. After 10 years, I've earned the right to come and say, man, I want to keep this going with y'all. But it's going to take support. It's going to take heart. It's going to take, constant communication, constant flow. It's going to take understanding. It's going to take, love and forgiveness and everything we got to make sure the support is real. All across the board, because support for me is support for you, my nigga. You know what I mean? You know how they talk about being on an airplane and, if something happens, put your mask on so you can help others. Like, I'm trying to put my mask on so I can help others, right? I'm trying to be supported at home, supported, in this walk, right? And I want to help others, but being at the end of what I could possibly do on my own, it's like, it puts me in a position where like I gotta contemplate, taking a step back and just, getting my own grind on, right? Getting my own support on, then coming back to the whole 432, drop tribal, tribe up vision, everything. Like I gotta come back to it because of the lack, honestly, of real support, consistent support, right? So, we're going to put together our system, man. But right now, our Cash App goes directly to us. Our PayPal goes directly to us. These are links that we leave, on all our drops and drop clips, And I understand, if you're going through your situation, everything, we never ask nobody to give more than what they can do, right? But if we got 1,000 Nagas, if we got 500 Nagas that say, oh, I can put $20 aside, $30 aside, $10 aside, that will do more than you think because of the unity. But if you don't think your $10 is going to do nothing, you're not thinking about the other 500 code-keeping families, code-keeping Nagas, where we can do something and build with. You know what I'm saying? Same way we've been able to rally and do things before has to be consistent, my Naga. Or else a Naga like me, I got to back. And then you see inconsistency in the drop because I got to come back to it, whenever I can, because I got so much on my plate. This is my cry for help, but it's not a cry. It's it's a scream. It's a plea, my nigga, because I ain't got no quit in me. So either way, the vision's gonna happen. The vision, we're gonna see the vision happen. We're gonna see the fence finished. We're gonna see, our land built. Right? We're gonna see our tribe rising. Like that's just who I am. That's just the mission. The support though, the first fruits though, like, support your Nagas, not just me. If it's not me, support somebody. This whole thing is not, support yourself again. I can put my mask on, I can help you. Then now we got something stable to flow. We can help the next Naga. We just, gave super AI, make sure that we covered my Jigga, and please continue to support the GoFundMe for my Jigga. So far we raised over $1,200 so far. My Jigga had a horrible car accident, man. So we getting him back flowing, and he's feeling better and better. But keep supporting my Jigga. Like that's what we talking about. We've come together before. We've supported Yosef the Real, raised thousands for him, right? We supported Natural by Law, raised thousands for him. We supported Jay Stu, raised thousands for him. You supported the land. We raised tens of thousands, right? and this is what we got, and we're gonna keep working it, and we're gonna keep working with it. We're gonna keep growing, but don't stop your support just because you know what I mean. Like, and my niggas that's in the back of the class, please support, man. It's y'all time because the niggas, the OGs, been supporting. You know what I mean. So nobody can do it on their own, right? Everybody needs help. Every hero that's in every movie you've seen gets help. It's not crazy to need help, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I need help. I've done all I can do, basically, you know what I'm saying, most of the time on my own, getting it, trying to get it, you know what I mean? So why would I have to be stressed about anything? You know, after 10 years of giving you the drop and giving you all of me, all of my heart bone, you know what I'm saying, all my ruah, you know what I mean? It's, you try not to be, you try not to take it personal. You know what I'm saying? We know that the hijack is hijacking, and the hijack wants us to give up. The hijack wants us to feel deflated, defeated, you know what I'm saying? But this is where right now, I can't even begin to tell you what's been stacked up. You know, all the stacking the hijack's doing just to deflate my spirit, you know what I mean? I gotta come out of bed fighting, you know what I mean? Because there's bills to pay immediately. There's things, new things coming up, cars going down, this happening, you know, medical this for somebody, funeral this for somebody, right? I can't even tell you, man. I'm like, y'all, I feel like I can't take much more, right? Just with everything, with the full load that I want to keep carrying forward. But I don't want to back off this channel. I don't want to just, jump back into, straight grind mode only. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep the spirit and the flow moving that we got. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it on my own, right? So it's hard. You know what I mean? But we want to develop a system where everybody get help, when they need it. It's not just, oh, we got 1,000 code keepers, $5 is $5,000, bang. We know that 432, we know we got our lights on, you know what I'm saying? But beyond that, that's $5 for 1,000 knockers. Is that a hypothetical 1,000, or do we got 44,000 subscribers like they say? Where's all the people? Like, where's all the knockers? It's crazy, right? These aren't real people, I get it, man. But if we had 1,000 real people, right, where are you? If we got 100 of you, you know what I'm saying, that's a start, you know what I mean? But it has to take unity, because you might need something one day, and we could say, all right, cool. All we got to do is put up $10 for this. And my bro over here or my sister over here, they got 10,000 because 1,000 people put up $10. You know what I'm saying? This is the strength of the unity that we got, but we don't trust in it yet. And if you don't trust it with 432 to drop radio, my nigga, where, this can't be a money grab if we don't make money off our channel like that. This can't be a money grab. We barely sell our products. We barely sell anything these days, you know what I'm saying? Our drop shop has been down for years. As we rebuilt our website on our own servers, it's just been like, I had to take a step back over so many things, man. But I want to get back to, I want to, perfect our homeschool network. So our niggas that have children, our families that got children, could start educating them with little droplets, you know what I'm saying, of truth, and have a place that they can have harmonious 432 hertz frequency. We already had the website up. That got taken down when they took down the last 432, the drop site. So we got to rebuild our frequency of learning site, rebuild our app, so you can always come and get educational, academic flow, or just great music and playlists at 432 or at frequency of learning, app, or frequencyoflearning.com. But, shout out to the squad, shout out to the battles. Like, we got a vision to spread this from LA to Texas and beyond, right? This is all already, like, you know what I'm saying, you already seen the blueprint, right? This is the blueprint. We got our tribe up music. We got to support our artists. We got to support our producers. So I'm asking you to support the home base, man. Support 432 to drop regularly, like radio regularly. Support us regularly. Support us consistently. Right now, the best ways is these links that I'm leaving right here, Cash App and PayPal. You know what I mean? And, there'll be other ways as well when we get our website back up. You could be a Dragon sponsor. Again, we had Copper Dragon, Silver Dragon, Gold to support. That goes directly to the Ether Squad that drops radio shows. And even if it's just a few $100s a month going, to each person, I mean, that was the goal. Like, cool, at least we can break bread. And I knew that we can put food on the table that way and spread that around. You know what I'm saying? It's always been about the tribe, never about, just something personal or just me, da da da. But I got to keep the lights on. I got 6 children to feed, right? So I got to go out here in LA, out here in Inglewood, and be on the grindstone to make sure that we comfortable at least a little bit. But I feel like putting so much energy into the drop and so much energy into this vision financially, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at least for the last 10 years, has really held us, back from, if I was fully in the field and fully just grinding and wasn't dropping no drop, I don't care about nothing tribal and nothing this, yeah, I could have, advanced in all kind of other ways, right? If it was about that, you know what I mean? I trust in the creator. I trust the creator got a vision. The creator got a goal for it, not, right? The creator got a mission and a purpose. And I know that the creator has always supported and will support, but it gets tiring of barely hanging on, right? Barely making it, barely getting this accomplished and barely getting that accomplished when we got all these thousands of noggins that all we got to do is support and work together for my goals and yours, so that we got a network. When, Aqua over here needs something, it's easy. Hey, can we put an extra 5 on it so that Aqua got something? You know what I mean? So please be a consistent contributor, man, Khan, and please know that, I'm out here for real, you know what I mean? This ain't no play, this ain't no hijack, you know what I mean? And, your patience with me has been amazing, especially with the conglomerate packs, and the water for allowing me to finish those up the way, I didn't even know I needed to, but the stuff that we added to them, especially recently, like, I'm just glad it's there, because the conglomerate pack, honestly, the everything pack has to feel like it's everything to me. It has to feel like you got it all. We drop no more drop, you got the everything pack, you got it all. So your order's been in for over a year. I've been, getting your orders in for that. And I got the list and I got the emails, and your patience has been amazing for that. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't seen us pop off a bunch of products after that. Like, I'm just working on that. I want this to be better than the Jordan brand and Jordans. Like, you got the pack, you got the everything pack. Like, if you got that, you got Ether Pack 1, Ether Pack 2, you got the Flat Pack 1, you got the Matte Packs, all the Matte Packs. You got all the Tribe Up music, man. You got the videos, thousands of books. You got it all. Like, you got the pack, you got the everything. So a lot of y'all got the conglomerate pack already. I just want to thank y'all again for your patience. And, at least, by this next Shabbat, I feel like we can have everything on there that we can put on there. You know what I'm saying? And we'll definitely have it done before our new spring and our new year starts, Baruch Pesach. That's truly the vision and goal, to have everything back packed completely complete and everything back out to y'all, and of course I'm gonna put a little something extra special for the weight, as well. And so I can never say that, I don't get any support. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of support. I'm just saying the continuous support and, the constant steady flow that is needed to give you 100% of me that I want to give is what I think we need to get to. You know what I'm saying? I know we need to get there. You know what I mean? Ain't no way I can be grinding in these streets, you know what I'm saying? Or should be grinding in these streets, except, being right here with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to divide my time between, the grindstone and the full-on mission, 432 to drop radio. I want to be writing books. I want to be writing films. I want to be writing plays. I want to be putting on productions, you know what I'm saying, that have the drop in them instead of all this hijack our children got to watch. I want to build our homeschool network, Frequency of Learning. I want to build our book publishing network, Mind Blasting. Shout out to the Droplets. They already published books on Amazon. The Waterfall support on those, right? We got Tribe Up Music, because this is us singing directly up to the creator. Shout out to all the Khans making beautiful music in 432 hertz. My niggas, man, we got films to write. Man, we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our vision, man. You know what I mean? We got products to make, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got drop to drop. We got radio to drop. We got MHOE to pop. We got things happening, man. Ain't no way I should be dividing my time between the grindstone and then coming back after all these hours trying to put things together. And I'm just delayed. I feel like I'm delaying on both sides. So I got to choose one, right? And before I just say I got no faith, man, I just got to, hop back, 1,000 out here in these streets and get it and come back to y'all when I can. I feel like our mission is just too important right now. It's just too pivotal right now for us to pop off. So I hope you understand the heart bone. I hope you know that my intention from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, was just to read books and and share the drop, you know what I'm saying? Never about monetary anything, money, anything. After 10 years, I'm coming to you like, let's do this for real. Let's do this full time. And when I do it full time, I'm going to need other niggas to do it full time with me. I'm trying to get niggas off the streets and out they grindstones and create a network. We should be bigger than, man, all this stuff we see rise and fall, Bad Boy Records, Death Row, this and this, man. Our network of truth, our network of dropping that drop, film, television, fashion, man. We got our own genres, my nigga. They got high fashion, man. We got most high fashion, man. All right, we are the creators of most high fashion. We, shout out my Jigga, are the creators of most high over everything. Most high above all. That's most high fashion. That's our own genre. We got tribe up music. This ain't just hip hop. This ain't gospel. This is our music directly, letting them know you ain't got to go through no JC to get to HaWah, right? You go directly. That's tribal music. That's indigenous. That's us tribing up. We got our own genre of music, tribal music. We got our own genre of our own fashion. Look out for our garments. Wait till we start putting on that fine linen again, right? Or that 100% wool in the wintertime, right? Or I'm saying them hemp garments and all that. Look out for the ponchos. Look out for what we do, man. Look out for MHOE. Look out for our vision. We dress whatever now, man. Just wait till we garment up again with frequency. Because we know the power of frequency. Not mixing our fabrics like linen and wool and certain things and just having frequency that charges us up, man. 5,000 hertz charge up. That's garments, man. You know what I mean? My Naga, like, and we got Nagaville, right? Nagaville's our own film, our own film network that we got our own visions and we can write our own, interesting storylines that connect, especially with the Presta John flow, right? Especially, man, just look out for it, man. Look out for the Presta John book, man. The whole book series, animations. It's not about one thing, man. With HaWah, it's about the whole wave of possibilities. You know what I'm saying? HaWah gave us a lane in 432 to really pop off and be very, very unique with it. Like I said, to have our own genres of things, right? To create for ourselves, man. And, as you see my passion in it, I want to be able to do this full time and not have to be tugged in all these directions. I want to be able to give it all to you, my nigga, right? And no priesthood has ever had to do it alone. So why make me do it alone, right? If you think I'm coming in the Khan frequency, if you're convinced after 10 years, right, that I am your Ak, that I am, your tribe, my nigga, that I am, your, your Naga, all right? Your Khan, right? So if I'm coming in that frequency with you, don't make me do it alone. I should not feel like, damn, man, I just wish I had more support. That's the moral to the thing. And I know I got support. I just wish I had more, right? Because how much more do I got to prove that I'm here, right? I want to be here. I want to have things done. I want to have a team, right? I want to be able to, pay my team and, all that. So this ain't me begging for support. This is me saying no hero has done it alone. And I'm not your hero, right? The Most High is your hero. But what the Most High has given us, none of us should feel like we're doing it alone. You feel the same way as me. You don't want to do it alone. In your vision, you want to be supported. So on your channel, you can make the same message and say, please support me if you support my vision, support that I'm coming in your priestly flow. No priesthood has ever had to do it without the support of the tribe. And the first fruits was for that exact reason, so that the priests could be priests and that the tribe can give them the first fruits of the crop so that they don't got to be out there toiling. They can be focusing on the work, the mission, the vision. So however we spread our priestly flow, as we tell you to keep the code and most high over everything, right? However we give you the drop of the indigenous truth or the orientation pies and the orientation enchiladas, you know what I'm saying? We coming from the heart ball, we coming from the spiral, we coming from the priesthood, we coming from the Khans. I'm your Khan, you are my Khan. You know what I mean? If you know that in your heart bone, don't let a Khan do it alone, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm at that point where, you know what I'm saying, it's really, really real. And I want to be here. I don't want to be there and there and there and there and there. So for now, all I ask is that Cash App link, you see it, just make it a constant flow that you know, okay, I know my 10, I know my 5, I know my dubs, I know my 20, I know whatever I got is going to help this Con. Because sometimes y'all don't even know how much y'all help me. You know what I'm saying? It could be a $10 donation, $20 donation. I'm like, yo, like, you don't even know how much I needed that. You know what I'm saying? So, again, having 6 droplets, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot going on. It's just a lot going on. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate y'all. I know y'all know, you know what I'm saying, my heart, I know you know where I'm coming, man. So, the water for all the support you have given. And let's take it all the way. I'm ready to take it all the way. I'm tired like you are of Hijack City. I don't want to be in these offices. Shout out to KJLA. Shout out to the radio station. I don't even want to be there in them offices like that. You know, it's cool to you know, connect to my Nagas and have a connection out here, you know what I'm saying, where X marks the spot out here in LA, out here in Inglewood. But I want to be in my own office, right? I want to be supported so I can have a drop office. I'm doing all this in the corner of my living room. All this drop you see is in the corner of my living room. We got a small house, couple bedrooms, 6 droplets. We make it happen, right? But, you know, we're grateful for the roof over our head, right? But we need space. We need to spread out. We need offices. We need Nagas. We need a team. So just remember that. This is what we're building. You know what I'm saying? Before you put your funds or your energy elsewhere, think about the Con, man. Think about the tribe. You know, hit the PayPal link, hit the Cash App link, or any other ways you can support, you know what I mean, regularly. We can connect that, you know, anything that works for you, right? Just shoot me an email if you want to build for real, 432thedrop@gmail.com. And if you want to be a part of the team, if you got something to offer, you want to offer, man, and you know what I mean, just, I appreciate you for coming Hijack free. And we got to trust each other. We got to trust HaWah, and we got to build, right? We got to overcome our curse and make it a blessing to trust each other. Even if I'm not perfect now, help me be perfect, man. You don't have to be perfect for me to build with you. Let me help you be perfect. Let me help you perfect what you're working on. You see what I'm working on. I've shown you for 10 years. I've shown you the vision for 10 years. Help me perfect the vision and help me, you know what I'm saying, perfect what I'm working on so I can turn around and give back to you the same way. That's it. That's all we saying right here. If not, I'm going to be on the grindstone. We're going to be all right. HaWah has always provided. This ain't about that, but let's do it right, man. Let's do it with due meditation, like the Hijack got due meditation against us. Let's do it right, man. So I could be there for you the same way, man. So I appreciate y'all. Hey, after all the Khans, please hit our Cash App. You know what I'm saying? We're all in dire straits. We're all putting a lot together right now, you know what I'm saying? And please keep supporting my jig and the GoFundMe as well. And don't stop your support. Don't just do it one time. You know, do it as much as you can, you know what I'm saying, comfortably do it. But that's why I'm saying the power is in the numbers. And it's no way that we got 44,000 subscribers on YouTube. We got 125 followers on Instagram. But we can't put 1,000 August together that can give regular $5, $10 donations even a month. Support our Patreon. It's only $3 a month. And we only got like 100 and something Nagas that are willing to support us on Patreon to pay $3 a month. I just want y'all to know where I'm coming from. After 10 years, we can only get 100 and something Nagas after all this time to support us on Patreon and get exclusive drop $3. That's a cup of tea, man. It hurts my heart bone. I'm like, there's no way this is real, right? And you want me to believe in it. You want me to believe in you. You want me to give you more and more and more, right? But I got to take care of my family, my wife, my children more and more and more. You put me in a predicament where I got to walk away and then, step back in, when I can. So I don't want to make that delay. I don't want to take no more delays. We got stuff to do, websites to build. We got to pop off, man. I love y'all. Let's pop off together. This is our time, man. It's time for the chosen. It's time for the treasured ones, man, to trust each other and work together. You see what I'm working on. Please help me build it. I love y'all. Please hit our Cash App as soon as you can so we can, motivate and just do things, that we need to do around the house, right? Bills to pay around the house, things like that. You know, don't make me just have to go full grind mode, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing all these years anyway. And if you really knew the struggle, if you really knew my life, if y'all been following, from the balcony, you know how my situation has been. I've shared it with you, you know what I mean? A massive betrayal, from one of my day one niggas, you know what I'm saying? And that led to a felony being put on my record of something I didn't do. They talking mail fraud, and I didn't even know what mail fraud was, and I found out that I was being set up by my day one nigga over some jealousies, over some old childhood jealousies. And I had to fight that for 10 years to finally win my case and be found not guilty of all these charges they were trying to put on because this dude was jealous and put these charges on a nigga. And the only thing they stuck on a nugget was mail fraud. Mail fraud. I had to look it up. What's mail fraud? Mail fraud means you at the postal doing something with the mailbox illegally. But the thing they were trying to charge me of identity theft, I was not guilty of. So how can you still charge somebody for mail fraud if you're not guilty of the crime or the scheme to defraud, which was identity theft? So I fought 2 federal trials, never took no deals. Went through 8, 9 lawyers, spent all my savings just doing that, basically, you know what I'm saying, to win my case. Then they tried to give me 10 years straight probation. I said, hell no, because I didn't do nothing. I never pled to nothing. Only not guilty for 10 years. I won my appeal because I appealed the 10 years probation, and they sent me to the same district judge who was mad that I came back to him for winning my appeal, and then they gave me 6 months imprisonment. So now I'm over there in MDC and Victorville. I'm over there in Lompoc with, what I'm saying, real niggas. And you know what they said when I'm leaving? They said, who is Prester John? They said, where's my things? They said, where's my stuff? They said, where's my staff, man? That's how we had our own library full of books. They was ordering all the books, and I was showing them all about Prester John and keeping the code. We didn't even work out on the Shabbat. First, they was like, why? How come you ain't working out on the Shabbat? I said, I let them know, and a couple more started doing it. After a while, none of the Nagas was working out on Shabbat. I promise you this, MDC. Go ask about me. Go ask about Drop. They call me Inglewood. Go ask about Inglewood. So everything they meant for evil, HaWah, turning into good. Even that felony on my record, you know what I'm saying? I was over there. I was working in the stock market right out of college. Went to UC Davis, came out working for Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch as a stockbroker, financial advisor. I didn't really like that because I don't even like, telling people what to do with their money like that and trying to trust the stock market. I don't trust it myself. So I got out of that, started doing hotels, hospitality, work for the Ritz-Carlton. I'm working my way up in all these businesses. When that dude put that felony on my record, I got fired from all that. I couldn't do the stocks. I couldn't do that because all this has to do with fraud, right? And they tried to get me for mail fraud without proving any scheme of the fraud. So because they couldn't find me guilty of the greater charge, they stuck me with the lesser charge. So I'm still fighting off the mail fraud, but it's still a felony on my record, which means I can't even use my college degree and stuff like that the way I would in these marketplaces. But HaWah, I believe, did that for a reason. It made me literally start 432 to Drive Radio. it created King drop and then Con drop, because I'm sitting there with an ankle monitor on, because I'm over there in maximum home incarceration, because old boy, my man that betrayed me, was spreading rumors to the judge saying that guys with guns are coming looking for him, as if I'm some killer in the streets. You know, he said guys with guns are looking for me. And because this dude was a Major League Baseball player, the judge just trusted everything he said. Yeah, I fought MLB lawyers. Yeah, I fought the entire U.S. versus Marcus Andrews for 10 years. And since I got found not guilty of this aggravated identity theft, this whole story this man tried to make up to act like I stole his credit cards and all this stuff like that. And then they found evidence of him admitting that I was given full authorization on this particular card because I was like his manager. You know what I'm saying? He's out there, playing for the Boston Red Sox. I'm his manager, all this. So I'm the one flying, buying the flights and all that stuff like that. So he admitted to the Secret Service that he gave me authorization on the same card he's acting like there's identity theft on. Now he has to explain the business we set up, because we set up a production company called Thick Water Productions, because we weren't blood brothers, but they say blood is thicker than water. So we started Thick Water Productions. He went to trial and act like he never heard of Thick Water Productions. So they said, why are you wiring Mr. Andrews $4,500 in June? I got the transcripts. This jabroni says, I don't remember. My lawyer said, so why'd you wire him the same $4,500 in July? It seems like y'all got some type of business structure. He says, probably for the same reason I wired him the money in June. But I don't remember. He literally says it's on the stat. So nobody believed the testimony. I'm found not guilty of this identity theft, but they still wanted to stick me and scar me on the way out, and they left me with mail fraud. I don't even know what that is. What do you do with mail fraud without some other type of crime connected to? And if I'm not guilty of that crime, how the hell can I be guilty of mail fraud? I'm just saying, I think that's HaWah's way of slowing me down, making me focus, you know what I'm saying, and just, seeing clearly. And even to this day, where I would, if I had, a clean, yada, yada, and all that, man, I'll jump right back in one of these Fortune 500 companies and do what I learned to do in college and whatever, economics, use my business economics major and yada, yada. But HaWah stifles me, man. Stifles me, man, with this mail fraud thing. But, that's why I just say, all right, I'm going to go all in. We're going to go all in on 432 The Drop Radio. This is where we're going to put our stake. We're going to all, find a way to eat together, you know what I mean? And, this has been the push lately. This is why we're monetizing more drop clips, making sure that as a station, as a channel, we can survive, because I don't like asking for money. I don't like asking for nothing. If you know me, just ask anybody that know me, ask how many times I called them asking for anything. All right, it's you could call it pride, but I'm just to myself, man. But if I'm asking you, my nigga, it means that we are in dire straits. It means that this is a crossroad for us, right? And either I gotta find a way to work it out and do what I'm doing, and all praise to HaWah. I got my role, with the radio flow, and I'm in promotions, I'm in productions. I could take my radio flow and give it 1,000% and just be doing that, right? But my nigga, I want to be here with y'all, and I'm asking you to help me get there so that we can get there together. You know what I'm saying? And I see how, even with my, so-called brother that betrayed me, I always think about it like the book of Joseph. You know what I'm saying? How his brothers betrayed him, put him in slavery, captivity. Here I am sitting in jail. Never had nothing on my record my whole life, but my brother put me in jail. My brother didn't even snitch on me. My brother created a lie and told the MLB lawyers, and then they told the Secret Service. You know who picked me up? The Secret Service, Jack, not the cops. I was in Vancouver working in the hotel business. I flew back to United States. 2010. My daughter was just born. You know who picks me up off the airplane? 6, 7 Secret Service agents board the airplane looking for me like I'm like, what's his name? Columbo, or what I mean, one of these guys, right? Like I'm one of these narcotics guys, man. They came and went crazy with somebody with no record because this jabroni had made up such a big thing about how dangerous I was and guys with guns and all the gang connections I got and who my family members are. So they they act like I'm Gestapo, man. I'm saying that's 2010, it's 2026, and I'm still wearing this jacket from that betrayal. But he meant evil, just like Joseph's brothers, man. But what came out of it was HaWah. What came out of it was keeping the code, MHOE, right? 432, con drop. Like what came out of it was a vision, what I'm saying, that is singular, right? That is connected, what I mean, to the singularity of the tribe that we can all connect with. I would have never sat still enough to have this vision that I just explained to you now, that I need your help, what I'm saying, at this crossroads to get to the other side. Sometimes it feels like you in hell because you know you ain't in heaven, because you ain't got your land back yet. You ain't got your things back yet. I ain't holding my staff quite yet. But we ain't in hell. This is more of a purgatory, and the purgatory is temporary. Purgatory is just us being purified, man, cleansed, what I'm saying, put in that furnace, what I mean? And there's something at the end of that. There's something at the other end of that, man. It's the promised land. We in the wilderness, what I'm saying? We in purgatory, but we ain't in hell. So I started falling back, on even having those type of thoughts. Like, man, this feels like hell, man. You wake up to all this stuff, man. These things is happening, and all I want to do is get back to my tribe. All I want to do is get back to y'all and read books with y'all and have a cozy office that we could just kick in and read books all day, and we can go live and talk. I want to do all that stuff, my niggas, but I'm just not in a position or have the resources or the support quite yet. But I know my call for help, not cry for help, unless we're talking about, Joshua's cry, man, what I'm saying, or Jericho. Yeah, Joshua's cry, Jericho, what I'm talking about. It's okay to cry, man. There's tears from the sky falling right now. It's many raindrops. HaWah cries, man. Maybe this is a cry for help. Maybe I gotta stop being, so tough all the time. Maybe it's my cry for help, but there's also a call for help, and I do need help. I, Condra, Marcus Andrew, need help. What I'm saying? I feel like I've given, the example, a 10-year example, a 10-year productivity, thousands of videos published, work. So you know who I am, you know what I'm about. And I'm saying I want to do this full time with y'all. I want to be here full time, dropping the drive live on the radio, downloading the new 432 The Drive radio app, hearing the Naga on the radio, what I'm saying, pumping them 432 music songs and Tribe Up music, showing you the new, books in the works, man, and dropping these videos and making everything spectacular, MHOE style and homeschool networks, my Naga. I want to do this internally, externally. I want to do it full. Like my whole heart is in this, right? I don't want to be pulled into these streets in this grind mode, and we don't want to be pulled into, what I mean? So I want to grow a network so that I can pull other Nagas up, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like we do with the Ether Squad, when we have our radio flow going, how we divide all the sponsorships. We don't just take the sponsorships and just give somebody. No, we divide everything evenly, and we've done that for years. And my Nagas are my witnesses, my Nagas. We never did it for the come up. So, we need to come up now, though. You know what I'm saying? We need to come up together. And my come up is your come up. You know what I'm saying? My opportunity is the ability to create more opportunities so my Nagas can get out these grinds. But let us be successful together. You know what I'm saying? Just watch it happen. Don't just sit back watching it happen, but contribute constantly and watch it happen, man. Witness, my Naga. Witness, man. MHOE. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all having this heart to heart. Once in a while, like once every other year, we have one of these heart to hearts. It's not just about dropping. We ain't talking just about some indigenous truth and flat drop. You know, we're gonna get back on and talk Comet Atlas and some updates. And we're about to drop on Patreon tonight. So, hey, how to my Patreon cons? Please, my niggas, get on the Patreon because that helps a whole lot. That also goes directly to us. So right now we got 100 and something niggas that pay $3 a month. If we get 1,000, 10,000 niggas, then you ain't gonna hear no complaints from me because we're gonna be able to build what we gotta build. I can have my little office. We can support our land. We can support our droplets. I can support other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vision, my nigga. And there ain't no division, it's unity. You know what I mean? So let's do it together. 1,000 code keepers can do this. 500 code keepers can do this. You know what I'm saying? And my support is me being able to turn around and support you. The same way that we supported other cons together throughout these years. You know what I'm saying? And keep supporting my jigger just like you supported yourself. And keep supporting, you know what I'm saying, any nigga in need around you, not just through us, you know what I mean? But anybody you see with a vision, support them because maybe they ain't got to a point where they're making their cry for help yet, but I guarantee they feel it. You know what I'm saying? We all feel it. So I want them to support you the same way, you know, we need support. You feel me, man? And again, 10 years in the game, 10 years of published work right here for you. There should be no question about what we do and what we will do, you know what I'm saying, together once we truly tribe up together, man. So Halal HaWah, please hit our Cash App, my nigga, and hit it often. Hit our PayPal, and please join us on Patreon and become a Patreon cons for $3 only a month. Eventually, it will go up to David's Flame Chamber. It will go up to $14 a month, and that's going to be a fun time because I'm going to be reacting to some stuff you never, ever heard me react to. I'm just going to see something on my timeline, man, put it up. We're going to watch it together, and I'm going to give you a cons reaction that's going to be called David's Flame Chamber. So join the Patreon and get with it, man. Hey, hop to my niggas, man. Hey, hop to my tribe. Say it with me, man. Wah! Halal HaWah. I know we here, kinda.